On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Nico Collins. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Second and goal.
Yellow.
One more time, they give it to Hall. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Plays going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's into the hands of the fullback. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They'll look to throw again. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 15. 1st down, New England.
First and 10 now from the 36. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
This one intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's first down, and they'll run.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Pretty curious decision there, Mike, to go quarterback sneak on second down. It's typically something that we see on third and fourth down. But in this case, the play caller wanted to convert this first down, don't leave anything to chance, and he's able to get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a run going left. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A run on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Patriots will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A give. Here's Hall. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Easy. Fight on these two.
Patrick to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Attack!
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike. Breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Two minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go.
2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. They'll try and run, and it's Singletary. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. Sly's pick is good. And the Pats will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Yellow.
Play action here. Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Yellow.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This a 46-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a screen to be set up for Singletary. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Back to throw. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
They will run it over center with Hall. Finding space at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal. They'll run, it's Hall. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Now Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Reese Hall. Touchdown Miami. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. He'll drop to throw. Stretching the field is Knox. This has been bizarre. From second and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. Now this looks like a design run, and he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Austin brought in motion. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Patriots first down.
Here we go. Cowboy in.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Singletary. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Lamb. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. I'm all for giving the ball to your fullback and giving him a chance to get in on the action, but I don't love running him side to side. That's the running back's job. If you're going to give it to the fullback, plow ahead. Come on, offensive line, let's get some push. But now you find yourself losing yardage. I just don't love the call.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. In motion, Lamb. Throwing now on third and long. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots are able to cut it to 4. 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Yellow.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Room to run inside the 40. And he's into the end zone yet again. Breece Hall, touchdown Dolphins. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the air now on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that will lead to a second down. Back to the air one more time. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, New England. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Give to Singletary on the zone read. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player.
Let's go now.
A run, this is Gilliam. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Patriots.
Ready, ready. Here we go, set.
They'll run with Gilliam. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now this time they'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Jamel Dean that time. All over him in coverage.
For the Patriots field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. Uh-oh.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Another run here with Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
It's first down, and it's Hall. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On second down, Mahomes. He's going to run it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Gain of 12 and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second down and 8. A run here with Hall. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Miami. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes 2nd down. Right back to the fullback. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Austin brought in motion. They'll drop to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Austin brought in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go.
In trouble, and down he goes.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Austin brought in motion. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly, and here comes third down. Austin brought in motion. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. So a win here for the Dolphins. Victory.